is, especially nowadays, this is just really got to set it off, man. You know, RIP to my man Prodigy from Mobb Deep. But we're going to get into that a little bit later. We do have some special guests in the building. I got my man Jared and Jay from the hashtag Blackout Podcast. What's going on, y'all?
Hey, what's up?
What's going on? Good, man. How's it going? Happy to be on this show.
Definitely.
Hey, man, it's going good here, man. Like I said, we just made it through Hump Day. Got 2 more days, then I can chill for the weekend. That's about it on this end. VJ, what you got, girl?
The usual shenanigans. I would like to thank all of you that voted on the poll I put up last week because I asked you guys if I should let my white boss take me and my other one black coworker to lunch for Juneteenth, and y'all were like, "Yes, girl, get that white guilt meal," and I did, and I enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to thank y'all. So I want to thank y'all all I want to thank everybody who voted. Thank you so much for that. I enjoyed that meal.
Wait, did you do what I said do though?
What did you tell me to do?
I told you you had to go frolled out. You had to have a dashiki, and you had to have a medallion with the black fist on it.
No, but I said and did I tried to be as black as I could humanly be.
Did your boss take you to soul food? Like
I live kind of out of the way, and there's not really like soul food restaurants out here. Yeah. So we went to like a Tex-Mex place.
Oh, I thought he was like, well, shoot, I'm going to bring y'all to Popeyes because I know y'all like them chickens.
I wish that bitch would.
Took you to Popeyes and churches, you know what I'm saying?
If that lady would have pulled up at Popeyes, I would have owned that place. Like you would have heard from me. I'd be like, "Hey, bro, so we own a candy factory now. That's new."
I was like, okay. I wouldn't even ask no question. I was like, you know what? I don't even need to know how you acquire it. The less I know, the better. Let's just roll with it.
I need you to come down because now you're a majority shareholder. We have things to do.
That is hilarious, man. That's funny. Well, that's shout out to your boss for doing that. That was nice. But yeah, I guess we are Jared and Jay from the hashtag Blackout Podcast. 2 cousins separated by about 1,300 miles, but yeah, man, we do a show. We do stuff about comics, hip hop, geekery, people getting suspended from school, people tapping their love box in sexual and not sexual ways. All the foolishness going on in the world. We talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I need to ask y'all where y'all be finding these memes at on Instagram. I'll be like, damn, another one? I was like, God, man, what is this?
Oh, yeah. They always have the best ones.
DJ Khaled, another one, every time. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We the good thing is we can Skype each other at work, so we just Skype chat pretty much all day long, every day. And, we come up with our topics like that. We talk about the foolishness going around us in the office at the moment, which is always funny as well. And then, basically what happens is this. I'm like, okay, how about this? We did a show, what was it, painting pictures of a rainbow-colored Simba, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, so, I remember. Yeah.
And this was, we were talking about Kodak Black's horrible last album. And Jay...
Hey, man, Kodak said he was the next Pac.
The what? Who would happen?
Not the great name of Pac, like that.
Which Pac? That's what I want to know.
What
6 Pac, not 2 Pac, 6 Pac. Anyway, no, and then Jay came up with a picture, and I was like, but here's this picture of Simba with the rainbow behind him. He's like, bet. So he grabbed that picture, stuck it on the canvas that Kodak was painting, and boom, he like made it come to life. So yeah, I don't know. And then there's other times, and normally what happens is I'll suggest I'll throw up a crazy picture, and Jay's like, nah, let me pull this one out, and it ends up being something amazing. So basically, any dope episode or most of the best pictures and memes that we put up for our episodes, he's either edited it or he created it. So shout out to him on that.
Hey, I appreciate the accolades.
I think
my family. You know what I'm saying?
I think y'all were talking about an episode they were allegedly. I think there was a story that they were trying to make Simba gay or something like that, and I was like,
right.
What? I mean, it's bad enough he smashed his sister, but come on, man.
Right.
That's what they were thinking for the live action Lion King. They were thinking about, making Simba possibly not be, a heterosexual, lion or whatever. I guess he's heterosexual, whatever you call lions. And then, also making Timon and Pumbaa hook up too.
Hey, there was always gay undertones with them though. Either that or they were stoners.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
they were either deeply in love or deeply high. One of the two.
I put it like this. I think they were really high because ain't nobody. I don't know if warthogs eat bugs like that. I don't know if that's what they do. But I'm just saying.
It's just like the old school Bugs Bunny cartoons where, they had a whole lot of innuendos that we didn't get as kids because we thought it was funny. But grown-ups were like, yeah, they're talking about, they're just talking about some crazy stuff that, is grown up and not kid, but they made it a cartoon. So, hey.
Yeah. Pepe Le Pew, man. Just like Dave Chappelle say, Pepe Le Pew is like a rapist.
He
was a rapist. God.
He was snatching cat, literally.
He was grabbing that pussy.
It's Donald Trump back in the day.
The first Donald Trump.
Oh, man. But, hey, no.
Pepe Le Trump.
Hey, that works. Hey, meme that. But oh, man. First of all, I want to say thank y'all for coming on. I do enjoy y'all podcast. I do listen to it. Enjoy speaking with y'all brothers from time to time. So, hey, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, same.
Hey, thank you for having us.
And we really appreciate it. We've been trying to get this thing together for a while, so glad we're finally able to get it together. And we're going to have y'all on our show at some point in time. So,
hey, man, just let us know. I remember the first time we were supposed to do it, AT&T said, nah, bro, not this time. So, okay.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
Hey, yeah. But, man, y'all should have actually been on with VJ's crazy questions that she always had going on what's it, every Wednesday now?
It's Wednesdays, yes.
Yeah. Man, we play. I was like, we need to go ahead and pull some results from those one of these days and read what is like the consensus on half of them.
like she said earlier when she was asking what color a Smurf turns when it turns blue.
Yeah.
I mean when it chokes. Sorry. Yeah, that's a crazy question.
Well, we normally play Would You Rather is what I do. So I just kind of pose these very horrible Would You Rather questions to people on Twitter and terrorize them on Wednesdays. So.
Wow.
Hey, man, that's what's up. But, oh, man, I guess we go ahead. We'll roll into all this stuff that we got to talk about, man. A lot been going on the last couple of weeks. Y'all already know what's up. So I guess we'll start with a person that half our millennials probably don't even know who is. Mims. Anybody remember him? Anybody? Possibly?
Yeah.
I just remember one song. That's what I did.
This is why I'm hot.
That guy. That was it.
That's the only song he ever made, right?
Well, that remix was everything though, so I don't care how y'all feel.
Matter of fact, mate, trivia question: anybody out there? Name another song Mims dropped that actually played on the radio. I'll wait.
Trick question, name one.
Another trick question. Tell me what Mims stand for. It's actually an acronym.
Music is my savior.
Hey, we're not talking about you.
Oh, my bad.
You probably remember that because I told you that, but no. So
hey, don't start with the shit.
It's his birthday, man. It's his birthday.
His birthday month over. Don't play him. No.
Nah, man, I had niceness from her that one day. After that, it's back to same old, man. You know how she do me. But so my man Mims said, "Hey, man, music wasn't my thing." He kind of went the way of, I guess, name any rapper nowadays. So he decided to get into something else. So he actually developed an app. Mm-hmm. I believe the app is called Tech. What is it? Let's see, the new multi plan. Recordgram is what it's called. And it's actually, I think he was on a TechCrunch, and they're actually going to help fund it and give it a startup. So from what I got from it, it is a, let's see, what was it again? It was basically like a Spotify or a Apple Music or something, something along those lines. So I guess we can use another one of those. Is it? No,
I think it's very similar, but I think that the spin was that it was for like original music. Like people had the ability to upload like their, indie music or original music and share it that way across the platform. And then it also has.
So it's like a Reverb Nation.
So it's yeah.
Essentially, but I think it allowed them to like essentially like SoundCloud on like steroids. Like I would think is kind of what it is what I got from it, because it also had a like a separate portion in which they could like lease instruments or recording equipment and that type of thing. So I think it was kind of like a twofold thing.
Lease okay, how would that work? Like the tech is actually on the phone where you can use the instrumentals and stuff like that, or they actually have someone come deliver them shits to you, like Amazon guy.
I think it was kind of
drop it off digital.
Yeah, I think it was both. It was like a marketplace and where you could like buy things or rent them or whatever, like equipment.
So maybe like if rappers could go on and then hear an instrumental that they want, they could go ahead and purchase or lease it out, something like that. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that was my understanding, but I thought it was kind of cool because I mean, you got to make money somehow.
Yeah, that is sort of dope. You know, I thought it was going to be something like like SoundCloud where anybody could just drop stuff on there, and I think that sounds like a better opportunity for the creative. You know what I'm saying? So to make some money off of it, and I think that's dope. And Mims, he had "This Is Why I'm Hot," and that's about it. So he probably
that's all I know.
That's it.
Need to make some money.
I mean,
he call himself making the money.
Hey man, I guess them checks ain't ran dry, so he say, man, I need to do something. Which, hey, kudos. I like seeing black startups jump off. So if it works out, let's hope it work out. That's all I can say.
Yep, that's right. I mean, we hadn't heard from Chameleon there in a while, so he's been doing that too. Hey,
remember they said Chameleon was at the Warriors games on courtside. Was that
him? He has like, I don't know, he owns or he has part of like 40 plus startup companies, like tech companies. Yeah, so he has money. He says he doesn't even care if he goes back to rapping.
Oh, wow.
So, I think he started rapping. Last song I remember him in was he featured on what was that? He featured on 3 6 Mafia song, Dope Boy Fresh. That's the last track I remember him being on.
Wow.
That was wow. Yeah,
that was 07.
yeah, that's funny.
Oh Lord, in 07 I was doing questionable things and
really? Tell us more.
Woo.
Let's hear about these questionable things.
Tell you more about the questionable things. Well, Q, if we want to just throw back to an old episode, 07 is the year I slapped that girl with my shoe in the club.
Oh, the stiletto slap. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
So just saying, I was out here living my best college life and making badass decisions in 07. That was that is a lifetime removed. So yeah, he's been out of the game for a while.
So I just need to know. Okay, we just need to know if when that shoe connected with that girl's face in the club, was it loud like a real, or was it like, could you not hear? Was it muted? I just want to know how loud it was and see how many people was like, oh.
Well, it was kind of a bar, and it was like the middle of the week, so there weren't a lot of people in there. But the ones that saw it, they were like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And I was sticking around to make sure she was okay.
Hey, the only thing I can say is, did the old girl have friends with her?
She didn't. They were just, and I heard, and that's sad. I remember that girl's name. They're like, "Oh my God, Lucy, get up!"
Her friends ain't shit. God damn. How you watch your homie get a big face with a shoe, and you like, damn, B, get up.
Right? That's what I'm saying. That's funny. But hey, if I saw somebody just slap my friend, like open face slap her across the face, I ain't messing with that lady. I'm out. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna catch you around the way. I'm meet you outside. You know what I'm saying?
You like Red's pops. I don't know why you come around here messing with these people as you walking out.
You know what I'm saying? Golly, that's funny.
Oh man.
Yeah,
so speaking of slapping people, I know a lot of us wish we can find I ain't gonna say a lot. Let's just say, like I said, a lot has been going on. And like I said earlier last week, we got the verdict of Philando Castile, and a lot of us are still confused. Mm-hmm. We're like, okay, first you say, just comply, and everything will be okay. It happens. Yeah, all right, he's down. Don't carry a gun, or don't carry a gun illegally. Okay, cool, got it. Got my papers. It didn't work. Don't talk back. It didn't happen. Didn't work. So all these things like an endless thing that keep coming up. So someone who actually illustrated that pretty perfectly was Trevor Noah on The Daily Show. I don't know if y'all seen that episode. So Trevor Noah kind of illustrated that same thing. But then he also brought up another good point. He said it's funny how you don't even hear from the NRA about this because three occasions. Let's go with Ohio, Louisiana, and Minnesota. All three are open carry states. Let's say Ohio, you had Tamir Rice. Down in Louisiana, you had Alton Sterling, and in Minnesota, you had Philando Castile. All three, one actually had a gun. One had a toy gun, and the other, I think it was confirmed that he didn't have anything. Nothing. But even in the case, if they were to, it's an open carry state. So what law did they break?
None, because he was a licensed concealed carrier, and that's what's crazy. And I'm talking about Philando Castile, and what's crazy is the fact that he told the officer, I have a license to carry this. I have a license to carry a gun, and I have a gun. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing you're supposed to do. I have a cousin, in Houston, who has the same thing. Anytime he gets stopped, that's what he gives the police officer. He says, "It's my concealed carry license. Here's my license." And because you're supposed to let the cop know. And I was talking to one of my coworkers about this earlier today. As a matter of fact, before I even thought about what we're going to talk about on the show, and if you offer the information up to the cop that, hey, I have this gun with me, I have the gun on me, I'm licensed for it, here's my license. That's what you want to do, because he could have reached for his gun and shot the cop one way or the other without even telling the cop that he had a gun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how is the cop not at fault for shooting this guy in this situation? Because, the guy offered up all the information that you're supposed to offer up at the right time.
Right.
Come on, man. Come on. It's shenanigans. And I thought since this was a Latino cop that they would make an example of him, but they didn't do that for him, nor the lady that shot Terrence Crutcher. Neither example of either of the two,
I was about to say, or the Asian guy that shot there was a guy in New York that got shot by an Asian cop back last year.
Because he heard the noise in the hallway, in an apartment hallway, and just opened fire.
Yeah, dude was just walking out and got bucked. He like, oh, I'm hit,
Wow.
And wind up dying, but they let him off. At first, they were going to try him, and then the Asian community actually protested to the point to where they said, okay, we're going to let him go.
How is it that the Asian community has more pull than us? Isn't that just
Well, I mean, reasonably speaking, we're pretty low on the minority totem pole as it was. So
I mean, I know, as they quoted in a movie, an Asian person could turn a Lego set into a microwave, but still, how are we so low on the totem pole?
Because
I don't understand.
They are, on average, they're considered the model minority. When you really think about it.
That's gems right there, man. Straight up.
So, wow. That's how it comes out, because it's one of those things. It's like you don't really hear about them, in news. I'm sure they do stuff as well, but you don't really just hear about it. But with us, the idea is you're evil inherently. So unless proven otherwise, you're a bad guy.
Wow, that's sad. Sad but true.
It is. It is.
So I would tell everybody, hey man, go check out that Trevor Noah episode. I would play it here, but it's too long. It's about like 3-4 minutes, and I don't want to take up everybody's time. But like I said, he also got on the NRA because he was sitting there saying, with all these people in open carry states, and y'all ain't say nothing, but you're here trying to protect the gun rights for individuals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's true, and that's what we were talking about too. We said just what Trevor Noah said, because I'd seen that before you sent the link for it, and I was like, man, that's so true. Any other occasion, when they thought Obama was going to take all their guns, you know what I'm saying? Protests and riots and walking the streets, going to malls, in massive numbers, carrying guns, right? You can't take our guns, and then, this situation happens. He, card carrying NRA member. He just happened to be black, but I'm not standing up for him. So that's just
right.
Well, that's the thing about the NRA, right? They only, I mean, as much as we'd like to believe they only care about you having the right to your guns. They only care about the rights of white people to have their guns. Like, they're not really concerned about the rest of us having our guns and being able to carry them and not getting shot. I assure you, they don't care.
That's correct.
And I mean, to illustrate that point, they're talking about they thought Obama was going to take their guns. They came out in record numbers to tote guns when small children got massacred at Sandy Hook.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's a very stark contrast, right? Like, they're willing to march and fight in the wake of small children losing their lives, but but anybody else, it's fine.
What about when those farmers clipped up in Oregon?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, we forgot about that one. But there's also
crazy.
Allegedly, I don't know if this is from what I heard. I'm trying to still find information on it. But allegedly, I want to say they said the NRA actually, when the Black Panthers existed, they were actually a part of trying to get the first quote unquote gun laws put against them, which of course that didn't happen. So that's something to research, something to take a look at.
Yeah.
Right. They can't take your guns unless you're black, and then take their guns or shoot them, whatever.
That's actually funny. Yeah. The first gun laws in this country were against the Black Panthers.
That's pretty crazy.
It is well.
Yeah. All right,
and that Oregon thing is crazy, man. It doesn't make sense. They need to either fight for everyone or come out and say, all right, we don't like black people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I would so much rather that.
Just say it. Yeah.
Just they go ahead and say it. It's fine. Nobody would be surprised. It's fine.
No. We're like, okay, thank you for confirming. You know what I'm saying?
Basically, that's. I guess we'll get like how some ladies get. I know you did it. Just confess it.
Yeah. No. I was at my homeboy's house.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have no information. I got the text, man. Ain't me.
The kids grabbed my phone, honey. The kids grabbed my phone.
I go, how about I've actually pulled it.
You can make it through anything if R. Kelly made it. I don't give a damn.
Yeah, that's true. If he could say did he say he had like a twin brother that nobody knew about?
If R. Kelly could if he gets off, you could say it's not you. It's fine. It's okay. It's never you. It doesn't have to be. There can be videotapes and social security numbers and tattoos, and it don't ever have to be you. You remember that. Dream big, fellas. Yeah. Cheat in peace.
Yeah, what they said, his grandma holding 2 forms of ID. Oh man, but okay, so. More stuff going on. This one, I never even heard of this show. So there's a show called hold up.
Bachelor in Paradise.
Bachelor in Paradise. Anybody ever heard of that? I heard of The Bachelor, The Bachelorette. Bachelor in Paradise. How long has that been
never
on?
Heard of that one. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
My wife watches that show, so I get sucked into it sometimes.
Uh-oh.
It's ridiculous. It's a bunch of sexy looking people, you know what I'm saying? Drinking sexy drinks in a sexy location, having sex. That's really what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Just a sexy little show.
You know what I'm saying? They edited it for ABC, but it's still just a bunch of shenanigans and skeet and you know what I'm saying?
So
softcore off and what's that?
I said so softcore. Skinemax.
There you go.
Softcore for the family. Softcore for the family.
Oh well. Okay, allegedly. Of course, this investigation started back, I want to say, in June of 2011. So they had 2 individuals who were on the show. One, Corinne Olympios, I think is how it's pronounced, who accused DeMario Jackson of sexually assaulting her. It's been ongoing for the last couple of weeks. You had old dude come out saying, hey, man, look, they just trying to slander my name. She was trying to say that she was a victim and so on and so forth. Now, as of right now, the studio actually, let's see. At first, they suspended the filming, and now they're going to actually resume filming. So Warner Brothers decided that after investigating the tape and all that, the tape does not support the claims of sexual assault. Mm-hmm. I still don't know. That's all I'm always say. I don't know because I don't need any ladies coming in destroying me on Twitter or anywhere else. But
let them come. Bring on the beehive. To your show, not ours.
I just gotta ask this question: how many brothers have gotten in this situation? Because I'm gonna give a little bit more. But how many brothers got in a situation where you got with some chick, everything was cool, and then later she hit you with some stuff talking about, oh, that shouldn't have happened.
A lot.
I mean, it's happened. It happened to me before, and I was like, "But you agreed to everything that happened. Matter of fact, you started it." Which, of course, they allegedly said that's what she did. But then, of course, they said the communication and things that they overheard was, I guess she forgot she had a boyfriend on the show. That's the story allegedly.
Forget?
So I'm gonna leave that.
Basically, she did what they all do, like in the real world or like road rules. She got there, got to looking at him, got to drinking good, and the white man penis she was getting at home, that just flew out the window. She saw her chance at black dick and she took it. Really, is what happened.
Yep.
Oh, man. I guess that liquid confidence got in and said, "You know what? I'm gonna snag me one today." And then after
I'm just saying.
That's film.
If you watch the show, like I said earlier, it's a bunch of sexy people in sexy situations drinking. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you remember a lot of college parties.
Also, like Chopping Up with You podcast.
Yeah. All day. Every day. Every week, guys. Yep. Every week. Check them out. Pod Squad. Shout out. Anyway. So yeah. But if you remember college parties, you remember those parties where people got too drunk and there was always a few chicks who were just jumping from man to man trying to figure out who she's going to go home with that night. Or dudes, you know what I'm saying, doing the same thing. That's the case. But in this situation, they all sort of know each other because they're all on one of the other Bachelor shows. So it's like a little community, you know what I'm saying? They're all like in this isolated location. And, they give them whatever they want to drink all night long. You know what I'm saying? People get frisky, So I believe that, it was a consensual thing like that. It seems like to me it was a consensual thing. And that's sort of what they said the tape supported. But Warner Brothers doesn't want to release the tape. So why won't you release the tape, Warner Brothers? You destroyed this man's character. You know what I'm saying? So,
that would be my question. What else you got?
Was that?
I don't know, man. I'm looking at this article, dude, and I'm trying to read through it. And it's like she's intoxicated. Obviously, he must have been intoxicated, right? Mm-hmm. You could only think so. So I mean, of course they're not in their right mind. They're gonna hook up together. So I don't know why she's putting these charges on the dude. So I don't know. It's crazy.
Because she wants to cry white tears and say that the poor black man did whatever to her, and she does what a lot of them do. Like, it's easy to backtrack on a story because you don't want to be seen in a specific light, and then be like, oh, well, that's not how it happened at all. I got taken advantage of, blah, blah, blah. Insert white tears. Like, I'm not...
White tears.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm the only person that experiences this. And if I am, like, whatever, if I'm not, please tweet me or put it in the comments. But white lady, like, tears are a real thing. White women tears are a real thing. They will use those bitches if they feel like it's going to put them in a position of sympathy. And they don't care who else is on the opposite end of those tears. Period.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's right.
I've seen
that's
it.
Correct.
I've seen it. I'm a woman, and I've had some white lady try to use her tears against me, and I was like, "What the fuck are you even crying for?"
White tears are a weapon, people. A deadly weapon.
They are. They act at the school or anything like that. So she's essentially ruined their lives. Mm-hmm. Like, and I feel like your dad was like the Terminator. Like,
hell yeah, that'd be dope. Ain't nobody fucking with me.
That's actually good. He's just a deadbeat. But whatever. You got it.
Jay, with that, in Guardians of the Galaxy, Star-Lord used to think his dad.
I don't know.
If I can
I don't know if I can say I'm proud because my pops.
Yeah.